Hey everybody, homemade mac and cheese. So I have made mac and cheese a million ways, and I have discovered my favorite way to make mac and cheese. Today I'm gonna use the Instant Pot. Now I have to say, I am not a fan of the Instant Pot. I got one and I really held out for a long time because I don't like having lots of little appliances around that I only use a couple times a year. But I did find one on sale. I got it for a cheap price, and there are a few things that I love using it for, but I don't use it a ton. But one of the things I use it for religiously is mac and cheese. I have discovered my favorite recipe, our family favorite recipe for mac and cheese, and it's all in the Instant Pot. And here's the best part. You don't have to babysit boiling noodles. You don't have to strain them. You just dump everything into the pot, turn it on, and then release it, add your cheese and milk, and you're ready to go. And it is so good. Now, I'm not from the South originally, but I do live here now, and mac and cheese is at every single party, event, barbecue, wedding. It's everywhere. And everybody has their own style of mac and cheese, their own favorite recipe. So this may or may not be your jam, but I have gotten a few compliments from a few Southerners. So we'll see if you like it. Give it a try. And the fun thing is you can change it up. You can add different cheeses, different flavors. Like so many things with cooking, you can get creative. So here is how you make this Instant Pot mac and cheese. Okay, so you're gonna choose your noodles, and you want 16 ounces or a pound. I'm just gonna use elbows. It's what I have on hand. And those are going right into the pot. You're gonna add 4 cups of chicken stock. You can use beef stock. You can use half stock, half water. But I will say that I think the magic of this mac and cheese is in the stock. The flavor comes from the stock. So you're gonna add 4 cups, and I just actually made some homemade stock recently. So that is what I am using. So 4 cups of liquid. I'm gonna add a couple dashes of hot pepper sauce. You could use cayenne pepper, you could use Tabasco, you can use your favorite red hot sauce, or you can leave it out. Okay, we're gonna put half a teaspoon of salt in. I always use kosher salt. That is all I use for cooking. I haven't used table salt in 20 years. Ground black pepper. 2 or 3 tablespoons, I actually went with 3 today, of butter, just like that, and garlic powder. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of garlic powder. Again, I think the magic of this mac and cheese comes from the garlic powder and the stock. Okay, so I have my Instant Pot here. I'm gonna stick the lid on, and I'm gonna move the vent to ceiling. And I'm gonna put it on high pressure for 5 minutes. So take that way down. And after 5 minutes, I'm gonna do a quick release. So after 5 minutes, I'm gonna do a quick release, let it all go, let all the steam go, open it up and dump in my cheeses and my milk, stir it up, and it's ready. So, I mean, it's really, really easy and so tasty. But I'll show you what it looks like on the back side of 5 minutes, okay? Okay, 5 minutes is up, and I'm gonna release the steam. And actually, that's the hardest part of making this mac and cheese. It's making sure that you don't walk away and forget that it's only about 8 minutes of cooking time. So this steam is gonna release. I always cover it with a cloth so my ceiling doesn't get all ducky. And then I'm gonna add 4 cups of cheese. You can add any cheese you want that equals about 4 cups. You can do extra sharp cheddar, mozzarella, Parmesan, any combination. You can even get really fun and do Gouda or Gorgonzola. Here I have shredded cheddar and Parmesan. I would say a lot of times my kids like when I toss in some mozzarella, but I didn't have any today. And one thing I would advise is to use freshly grated cheese. So don't use pre-shredded because there's stabilizers in those cheeses and they just don't melt as well. So that's one of the advantages of using freshly grated is it just melts a little better. So 4 cups of any cheese you choose. Also cream cheese is kind of fun to toss in there, just a little bit. And then about a half a cup of milk. You can use half and half if you need to, but some sort of kind of creamy milk. And you might have to add more, maybe up to a cup. It just depends on your cheeses. Okay. We're gonna see how we're doing here. The kitchen smells so good. It's the broth and the garlic that really give this really yummy smell. And so, okay, I'm gonna bring you over here. Okay, so here is the mac and cheese. So you definitely don't want it to go past 5 minutes. If it does, you will be very sad because this will become one hot mess. So I'm going to dump in my cheeses. And then I'm gonna get my milk, my liquid, and I'm gonna add about half a cup right now, and if I need more, I will add it. Okay, so that's probably enough for me. And that cheese will all melt in the next 2 minutes, and it is so good. And that's it. You are done. No straining, no draining. That's it. There you have it. All right, let me know how it goes.